Hi everybody, welcome to Jin's Wall Street News. US government sold 30-year bonds at 4.608%, 2.2 basis points lower than WI level on Wednesday. According to the US Department of Labor, the number of Americans claiming unemployment benefits rose from 218,000 to 221,000 in the week ending November 2nd. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Thursday that non-farm business sector labor productivity increased 2.2% in the third quarter 2024 compared to the second quarter 2024. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said after the FOMC meeting on Thursday, quote, "Today, the FOMC decided to take another step in reducing the degree of policy restraint by lowering a policy interest rate by a quarter percentage point." 10-year Treasury yield falls to 4.33%. For the U.S. stocks, S&P 500 rose 0.74% and the Nasdaq Composite jumped 1.51% Thursday. U.S. government sold $25 billion of 30-year bonds at 4.608%, 2.2 basis points lower than WI level at the time of the auction, 4.63%. A lot of investors bought 30-year bonds at affordable prices when 10-year Treasury yield jumped after the U.S. presidential election. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the number of Americans claiming unemployment benefits rose from 218,000 to 221,000 in the week ending November 2nd. The number of Americans receiving benefits after an initial week of aid also increased from 1,853,000 to 1,892,000 in the week ending October 26th. The number of initial jobless claims peaked at 260,000 in the week ending October 5th. Then it dropped dramatically to 218,000 in the week ending October 26th. Then it rebounded to 221,000, but it looks okay. However, the number of continuing jobless claims jumps to 1.89 million in the week ending October 26th, the highest since November 2021. When it comes to the labor market, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said on Thursday, quote, "It appears that I wouldn't say that the labor market is fully stabilized, because I do think it's continuing to very gradually cool, but it seems to be in a good place." The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Thursday that non-farm business sector labor productivity increased 2.2% in the third quarter 2024 on a quarterly basis and up 2% in Q3 from the same quarter a year ago. Output increased 3.5% and unit labor costs rose 1.9% in the third quarter 2024 compared to the second quarter 2024. In addition, there are some revisions in the number of second quarter's labor productivity, output, and unit labor costs. Non-farm business sector productivity in the second quarter 2024 was revised down from 2.5% to an increase of 2.1%, as output was revised down from 3.5% to 3%, while unit labor costs were revised up from 0.4% to 2.4%. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell delivered remarks after the FOMC meeting on Thursday, quote, "Today, the FOMC decided to take another step in reducing the degree of policy restraint by lowering a policy interest rate by a quarter percentage point." For the QT, he added, quote, "We also decided to continue to reduce our securities holdings." In response to a question about the results of the U.S. election, Jerome Powell said, quote, "In the near term, the election will have no effects on our policy decisions." When it comes to the higher 10-year Treasury yield, he said, quote, "It appears that the moves are not principally about high inflation expectations. They are really about a sense of more likelihood of stronger growth," end quote. 10-year Treasury yield dropped right after the disappointing jobs report was released last Friday. Then the yield moved up as new orders for non-defense capital goods, excluding aircraft, rose 0.7% in September, and the S&P Global U.S. Services PMI reported further increase in business activity in October. 10-year Treasury yield topped 4.48% on Wednesday after the U.S. election with the prospect of making America great again. Then the yield falls to 4.33% as 30-year bonds auction showed solid demand for the U.S. Treasury bonds, and the number of continuing jobless claims jumped to the highest level since November 2021. For the U.S. stocks, S&P 500 rose 0.74%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq jumped 1.51% as big tech stocks moved up on Thursday. Shares of Nvidia gained 2.25%, Apple stock added 2.14%, Alphabet stock also rose 2.21%. Shares of Tesla, the superhero in the U.S. election, jumped 2.9%, while financial stocks fell on Thursday. Shares of JP Morgan Chase dropped 4.3%. Okay, this is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.